We are a small team of investigators that documents paranormal claims and specializes in historic places. Haunted claims have been documented since the beginning, and we are here to continue documenting spiritual activity that lingers our grounds.
This week's investigation takes us to Hammond, Louisiana, founded in 1818 and located just 44 nautical miles northwest of New Orleans. We were asked by its current owner to investigate the Bowers Faust home, believed to date back as far as 1880, with reported claims dating back to the 1950s by Mr. Faust. The claim was that he'd seen the apparition of an older gentleman emerging from the closet with a big beard and a full rain suit. The one confirmed untimely death associated with the house was Sarah, the daughter of the Dowers family. She was struck and killed crossing the train tracks by a train while being pulled by horse and buggy. Although the Paranormal Society has traveled upwards of 500 and more miles for investigations, this one brings us to our own backyard, just up the road from Kenny and Melissa's house.
The team sets up the ghost cams and gets ready for the first session.
All right, we're gonna start doing a camera adjustment. So here I am right now. Tell me what to do.
That's good.
There's a spider.
Really?
This is gonna be something that we're gonna have to debunk later. So see him in front of it.
Looks like a spider's on that camera.
I'll be damned. I can't see him in here.
Yeah. As much as I hate to relocate him, I can't have him directly in the shot.
He just dropped down.
This one, Kenny said he's already set. Does it look good?
Yep.
All right, talk to me.
Alright, well, I have, with this, I have all the railings.
Okay, 10-4, and it's squared in the frame.
Yeah.
Okay, is this square on the bed?
This is actually the master bedroom.
I have the dresser and the bed in this shot.
No kidding, I want to point something out here. Now this house does bounce a little bit.
Do you want the big dresser in it? If so, it needs to go back to the left a little.
Look what's going to happen.
I think that's something.
We're going to hear that.
Yeah. I see it shaking.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we're walking.
That's going to go.
Wow.
The truck's going to go by, we're going to come up the stairs, and that thing's going to go flying. So I'm going to pull it back, because we're going to say, something knocked off the water bottle. Now, watch me do this. If it's in a different spot later, then we'll know.
So,
I mean, this is $1 million porch up here, huh?
yeah, it's freaking awesome. It goes almost around the whole house.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Nice cold beverage on a nice
I know.
spring or fall day.
It's nice up here. Really nice.
Yeah. Very, very good. Okay, hey, how about the one where we are now?
Alright, I have both doors, and I can see both pictures on each side of the wall and most of the bed.
Look at the treatment to the floors, too. How interesting. Let's see that kind of stuff more.
These cypress doors. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome.
Very, very cool. All right, so let's make a note with this. So it's maximum. It's open to the maximum right now. Okay. Okay. I think emphasis for this was I believe that bathroom door. There was some shadow activity, maybe.
Yeah, that wall right there.
All right, I'm going to rotate a little bit more to pick up just the yellow wall, that peach wall.
Okay.
All right, yeah, there. He said there's some shadow activity here. So.
And since we're talking about setting up, we did set one up outside facing the house, because they say, well, there's been a few claims of people seeing apparitions on the porch. Is the house still in the shot?
10-4. That's good.
All right, guys, the long-anticipated Bowers Faust house. This is This is the house that is on the same block as Kenny and Melissa's house in downtown Hammond. And it caught our attention, I think even before Kenny and Melissa bought their house. It looks like a historic plantation style home. Thankfully, Kenny has kind of made friends with with the gentleman here that owns it, the family that owns it. And you know, the first question we ask anytime we see a great place like this is, have you had any activity? And that really did, it opened up quite a bit. It turns out there's activity that goes back here. I guess maybe pretty far back. So let's do our first lights out walkthrough and see what we come up with. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a K2 meter on the staircase, because the homeowner has said that was it a shuffling sound that they keep hearing from that area? He's heard it, his wife's heard it. It seems like one of the two main areas in the house that have had consistent activity. So I'm going to set it up to where we can see it from base camp on one of the DVR cams. I think that's probably the best way.
Yeah. He had said that it sounds like footsteps coming down or up, and there's been a few times he thought it was his wife. So he gets up to check, and there's no one there.
And then did it also happen where she thought it was him, and they kind of met in the middle? Wait, I thought it was you. No,
right.
I thought it was you.
Exactly.
So it's not like a case of somebody just hearing things. I mean, they're consistently hearing.
Right.
And these floors, I mean, listen, that's barely tapping. I mean, these things would.
Right.
So, all right, let me get this going.
You want to use one of those or this one or one of these? It don't matter to me.
Let's put that where he.
Yeah, I got two of them, but okay.
Well, he reported too, and now this is really interesting. There's a room down here where.
Upstairs.
Where he's playing with the dog.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah, now that's a story that I want to address at least at some point, where he's playing catch with the dog, and was it daytime or nighttime that this happened?
I'm not sure. And
he said he heard plain as day, clearly, a voice, a disembodied voice, chime in that he was throwing the ball too hard.
Right.
Now, from what I understand, these people are very down to earth, hardworking, not the type of people to, you know, try and get us to come into some sort of fantasy that they have where they can have a ghost hunt at their home. I don't think they're that type at all. So when I hear these stories coming directly from the owners, I take them as very credible. So what I think we should do is maybe set that up in the area where he had that voice, you know.
That's cool.
I don't know, I like it. So I'm going to put this on the stairs and we'll kind of pepper them around.
All right.
Hey, I want to put this K2 on the stairs where you can see it from this cam.
Ask her what time it is, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Can you give me a DVR time check?
It is 10:41.
Can you see the green light? Can you see it as I'm walking? You can see all the light. You can see all the lights lighting up.
Yes, I can.
Great.
All right, 10-4. This is something that I don't think I've ever heard any of the other teams or the other shows talk about, and I'm just a serial debunker. I mean, I think that makes me an objective investigator. And I think, now I don't know for sure, but some of these national shows, these really big shows that seem to have amazing things happen all the time, it strikes me as disingenuous. We've been doing this long enough, and I think we know that sometimes you just go to a location and you get nothing. And you've seen that a few times, and it does happen. But sometimes you see this outrageous K2 response, you know, like, if you want to pan down to this K2, and I say, if there's a little girl here, Jenny, is that you? If it's you, make these lights light up. Oh, wow. It's paranormal. No, it isn't. It's a walkie. So I think a lot of times they do something like that to try and make things seem a little bit more active.
Yeah, I think so. I think they do.
It's nothing I've ever talked about on camera. I've been doing it for so long. I think maybe one time ever in the 25 years I've been doing this that I even get the slightest blip reaction, and that was at the Madisonville jail with Big Dave. Mm-hmm. And I think we all had some activity there with the K2s. Right. Anyway, just so you know, I'd rather debunk and have nothing than even question anything and act like it's something. So I think you guys appreciate that. Where was the area where he was playing with the dog?
Oh, that's over here, bro.
Let's just do that.
Yeah. But now I'm not sure if he said that the voice he said it was responding back. It was about the dog. He was either throwing the ball too hard or too soft. I think.
Well, but it was. Here's the thing. What he said isn't as important to me as the fact that it was connected to what he was doing.
Right.
So we know it's not residual. It's intelligent.
Exactly.
If it's talking about a dog and he's playing with his dog, that's interaction with the other side. Okay. Is this the room though? You think where he was doing that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He showed me.
All right. Let me find.
In fact, he showed me he was standing exactly where you are.
Really?
And I think he was throwing the ball this way.
All right. So let's do this. Hey, are you there?
10-4.
I'm going to try and set this. It's going to be a little bit more difficult in this room, but I'm going to try and set it down and ask you if you can see it, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Can you see that right there?
Yeah, I see it sitting there.
Okay,
I
cool.
was trying to make it blink, the top of it blink.
All right, well, customarily we like to ask to be protected, so did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but just before that, I thought I saw something to my right. I saw you look that way too. I didn't know
I
if you
heard
saw
it. I heard something, yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, let's just start off. God, once again, you find us in a location trying to find answers to questions that I think every human has on this glorious planet of yours. And that is that we're trying to find out what's going on after death. And we ask that in our honest quest to find out answers without using any sort of malevolent... Holy... Moly!
It scared you a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. That was nice.
It's probably because the floor was shaking.
Now I hope that isn't an entity's reaction to us praying.
Oh, well, I didn't think about it like that.
Well, I don't want to think about it like that, but...
Try again.
Take two.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Sorry about that, God. We just ask that, we'll keep you in our hearts. We have no intention of conjuring up or anything. We don't deal in witchcraft. We don't believe in it. We don't condone it whatsoever. We're just asking if you would look out for us, protect us while we're starting to interact or make an attempt to interact with things that we don't know much about. So I'd ask you to look out for Kenny, for Melissa, for myself, and surround us with your protective light. So thank you, God. Amen.
Amen.
Now, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, entities of this home, it has been brought to our attention that there are individuals here that are not amongst the living as we know it. Living, breathing, blood pumping through our bodies. We understand that even though you've passed on and you are deceased, you're still reaching out to the living. You're making attempts to make communication. I don't know. Do you have a message? We don't know. But let me tell you this. We're not here to harm you. We have equipment. And I think even within the time period that you were living, you'll understand that we have cameras that are strictly designed to capture your image. If we can't see you, maybe these cameras can. Well, we have little devices. You'll see I just set one down. And it's designed to pick up your energy. The human body, or at least our bodies, aren't sensitive enough to be able to pick up these things like the equipment can. So you can interact with us in any way. You can touch us, you can speak to us, you can nudge us, pull our hair, anything, with an honest...
What?
I don't know. Anything within the honest efforts of trying to let us know that you're here or answer our questions. You cannot harm us. It's forbidden. We've been doing this for a long time. We can't hurt you and you can't hurt us. Okay? So while we're here within the confines of this home, you can do any of the things that I've mentioned. But once we leave the threshold, cross out of the doorway, out of this home, you stay behind and we move on with our lives. So you're where you are and we go back to our lives. Okay, so my name is Dylan. This gentleman's name is Kenny. And the lady outside watching the cameras is Melissa. We're scientists and we are here to learn from you. We're here specifically for you. So I'm going to ask you now, Can you make an effort to let me know that you're here? Surprisingly quiet. It's nice. This foot. That's going to be definitely one of the perils of these floors. But if I were to knock on the wall and I were to begin a knock that I know is familiar with you from any time period, and I ask you to complete it, can you do that for me?
Where was it?
It was one, but it was in the kitchen.
It was in the kitchen.
A raised 150-year-old house
Well, now
that makes creaks.
I don't know if it matters or not. I didn't tell you, but the kitchen is actually the newest addition to the house, but it's still probably.
You know, I think
really
we used
old.
to kind of think that maybe that would limit activity in a haunted location, but
Yeah.
think about the Powell. 90% of our activity came from the addition.
That's true. That's
And it was, now maybe because they disapproved of it, because it looked pretty, you know, modern compared to the rest of the house. So let's do a little walking, Kenny.
All right. Look at that thing. It's creepy as hell.
This, yeah. If it moves around, we're definitely going to react to it.
Let me get a shot of it.
Sir or madam, it's been said that the homeowners can hear you shuffling around on these stairs. Now, it's a wonderful thing that they've never felt threatened by you. I think that should continue, nor should you feel threatened by us. But can you make some of these sounds that you've made for the homeowners, please? It's outside, it's still early. I heard it, but I don't think it was inside the house.
It sounded like a female. Sounded like it's upstairs.
I did hear it.
But yeah, it may be somebody outside.
Can you tell us your name? You know our names. Well, Kenny, let's take a walk upstairs. The thing that I think I find the most interesting as far as the claims go is the story about, well, he's a grown man now, but the previous family that lived here, their son was up in a bedroom that I'll show you guys that's got a closet, and within the closet is a door that leads to a part of the attic. Well, unusually, he claims to have seen on more than one occasion, if I remember correctly, an older gentleman with a beard in a slicker suit, like an Alaskan fisherman type suit, you know, like things you don't really see around anymore, coming out of the closet. Now, that's a pretty bizarre thing to just make up. It's not like he said he sees a monster. It's not like he sees, I don't know. It's so specific that I want to spend some time in that room, even if we do isolations.
Yeah.
You never know.
All right. Isolation sounds good.
Okay.
I'm seeing things now. Hold on a second.
What's the matter?
I just had to stop.
It's like nausea? Something happened?
I feel like I'm out of breath. I'm dizzy too.
Really? Wait,
What
stop.
the frick? Behind me.
I heard footsteps.
It's behind me.
Hey, come join us.
Who's breathing?
That could be me breathing.
No, I heard you breathing.
Wait.
Wow.
Out of all the times Kenny walked up and down those stairs investigating that night, this was the only time he was dizzy and lost his breath. And just after that, they hear footsteps. Following that was a voice. I'm going to try to enhance it and repeat this for you.
Something happened?
I feel like I'm out of breath. I'm dizzy too.
Really? Wait,
What
stop.
the frick? Behind me.
I heard footsteps.
He's behind me. Wow.
Hello? Can you please join us? Do you want us to come in that room with you?
That's bizarre. Sound like something's in there now.
Yeah. Are you offended by our presence here?
What is that?
I don't know, but that's the upside to these wooden floors and wooden stairs, is you can hear any.
Yeah, but it didn't sound like wood. It sounded like somebody was trying to take a deep breath.
I don't know. I don't know what I heard. If you're afraid of our presence and you feel like we're here for anything other than what I told you, please don't be. You heard us pray. Did you just catch something in that shot?
I'm not sure.
I thought I saw something lean out from the.
I thought
No way.
I saw something too, but
The
I
door was
wasn't.
closed.
But I wasn't focusing 100% there.
All right.
Unfortunately, the camera blurs when Kenny and Dylan both thought they saw what looked like someone poking their head out of the doorway. Around the same time, we captured a light anomaly in that room. We're going to replay it for you. Watch closely.
We're being sincere. We're trying to learn from you. Do you have a message for your family or loved ones that I can get out to them for you? Well, one creek isn't impressive to me. Can you knock on something? Were you following us up the stairs when we were coming up? Because that's when we heard it. Well, let's keep going. Oh.
There it goes again.
Hello? Please come talk to us.
That's your stomach?
No?
That's not your
I
stomach?
mean, if it is, I can't tell, but I just heard it. It's gotta be. Let's just assume it is. You know,
Well,
sometimes you don't know. I don't know. Usually I can feel it.
What? Wait. I don't know what room to go into. It's like you hear. It's like first it felt like something was following us.
It did,
sounded like
it did seem like that.
yeah.
Well,
I know that for sure. Is there a camera in here?
Yeah, there it is. Hey, is Kenny's camera blowing out that DVR cam?
No, it's not. It's fine.
We just caught some pretty great footsteps a minute ago.
Awesome.
Kenny, you said there was something significant about this room.
He told me that, I don't know if it was he had family over. Someone or a couple of people have said that they've felt something
Like a
in
presence
here.
in this
Yeah, it wasn't no big deal, but it's, I mean, I put a camera in here just in case.
Well, everything that I've heard that you've told me, the reports from the people that have lived here and the current residents, says that, you know, whomever is here is completely innocent, benign. They're not.
Right.
They've never done anything malicious, which I think is the case with most hauntings. I think a lot of people that don't understand, have never been on a location, they automatically think the worst, and I think that's goes back to human nature, where we always fear what we don't understand. And I just don't think the majority of them are evil.
Right.
Maybe I'm being naive, but I mean, if somebody was a jerk in life, they're going to be a jerk in the afterlife, but that doesn't mean evil. I mean, Kenny, you're going to be a jerk, you know, when you're a ghost. Can you come join us in here and sit down, have a talk? Do you want us to get the heck out of here? I felt that on the floor.
I heard it, but I didn't.
I felt it on the floor from my foot.
That's crazy. I didn't feel it.
Now, if you're talking to us right now, I'll tell you this, that within this camera that Kenny's holding, there's also a device that can record your voice, and it can pick you up even if I can't hear you. And we'll go back and listen to the recording later, and we'll be able to hear your message. So don't be discouraged if I'm not responding to you as you're speaking to me.
It's like somebody moving around.
You know, it's one of those things with the old hardware.
Coming up on episode 2.
This is
Oh, what the hell was that?
the door. Dude, is that the door that we just came out of?
Son of a bitch.
The team continues to investigate until early morning hours, and they also enter the home alone for isolation sessions. Stay tuned.